This new Doge-inspired meme coin is looking ready to launch here, so I did want to go and talk about it today. This is Maxi Doge. Now, before we go further on into the video and check out the specifics of this brand new meme coin, I did just want to let you know that this is a sponsored video, and I have been paid to talk about this. So, of course, you can do with that what you will. But moving on, I want to go ahead and take a look at the Maxi Doge website. So here you can see that this is Maxi Doge, of course, based on the ever iconic Doge coin. So I do think that it does have a lot of benefit just being based on such an iconic meme and being kind of involved in that general space. You can also see back here some other fairly iconic and very popular memes within the meme space from Pengu, Ponk, and then as well as Pepe here. So you can also see it's playing pretty heavily into the crypto bro type of vibe here, which is fairly entertaining. But you can see that that Maxi Doge is undergoing a pre-sale currently. If you are interested, of course, I do have that link in the description below that you can follow through and go on ahead and check out Maxi Doge if you are interested. Again, this is of course not a recommendation to buy or an endorsement or anything like that. This is me just letting you know that there is this pre-sale if you do find this type of particular meme entertaining. And with the pre-sales, they're kind of they're a pretty interesting type of thing because you're buying something that hasn't really been pushed to the public market yet, right? So maybe this is a low price, maybe this is a high price. It's very, very hard to say for sure. And so that is kind of both the benefit and the risk along with pre-sales is, sometimes, you can make a lot and sometimes you can not make a lot. It just really depends on how the meme does after it does get launched after the TGE. So feel free to check that out if you are interested. I did want to give you a little bit more information so you can check out and kind of have a good base to do your own research. Here you can see kind of some of the theming around Maxi Doge here and what it's looking to do. Now, importantly, though, we do have the tokenomics right here. They have 25% to the Maxi Fund. So the Maxi Fund, Maxi Doge only does max leverage. The Maxi Fund fuels maximum project exposure and optimal pump dynamics. So I'm assuming this is things like, community activations and community rewards, things like that. And then you can also see here in the marketing on full, just paying for advertising and all this type of stuff. Here you can also see that 15% going to the dev, which again I think makes sense. That does not seem like a huge amount, particularly when you look at some of the larger ones. You just also have to make sure that you trust the dev and trust what's going on. But you also can see here 15% for liquidity and then 5% for staking. We will get to staking in a second because that is kind of another nuance with the coin here. So you can see they've got a roadmap here where you can go through and kind of check all of the different things that are going on. And then there is kind of that how to buy in terms of if you're looking to buy Maxi Doge. There is, as you can probably see, and if it's not completely obvious, there is a lot of memeing going on in the site here. So you can kind of get a general sense of kind of the vibe they're trying to go for. Now, as I mentioned, back here when I was checking out like the roadmap and the how to buy, all of this stuff is right up here. You can connect the wallet. You also can pay with card, I believe, if you do not have a wallet. So feel free to check that out. Also, I wanted to show you the staking as well, because staking is another thing with these types of pre-sales. Actually, going back to the home here, you can see there's only 2 days and 16 hours. This is essentially when the price will increase again. So this price will go up. Also, whenever each of these funding thresholds are met, the price will go up again. So it does benefit you to be kind of a little bit early into this. And that is, again, also why I'm going to go back to staking and why I kind of made that little bit of a detour first, is because getting in early on these pre-sales is kind of the first way to benefit from being an early entrant. If you do believe in the meme and you think it's funny and entertaining and think it might do well, then getting in early does, of course, help lock you in on a lower price. But it also does, if you decide you want to stake, can get you a much higher reward here. Currently, it is 135% per annum or per year. Now, this will go down. As more people go and stake their Maxi Doge coins, this will go down over time. So again, this is another kind of benefit to being an early entrant into this market is you do get a higher rate, because you can see that 2,858.44 are being distributed per ETH block, and that is being split between all of that's staked right here. As more gets staked, this rate goes down, and that's just kind of how these types of things go. So if you are interested in getting in, of course, having this, this does, of course, benefit you a little bit here being involved. So As you also can see, they do have the Telegram and X accounts here. If you're looking to check either of those out, you can feel free, along with the white paper, so you can read a little bit more about kind of what they're looking to do here with the Maxi Doge meme coin. So feel free to check that out as well if you are interested. And then they do, again, have all those FAQs down here at the very bottom. If you're looking for some more information about, you know, what they're trying to do, the meme, the theme, all this type of stuff, it is all down here. So feel free to check all that out. But overall, hopefully you found the information in this video. Of course, as I've mentioned, I do have that link in the description below. So if there's anything that I kind of glanced over that you want to take a look at in more depth and all that type of stuff, that the link is right there. So you can go ahead and it will take you straight to that site we were just looking at. So it's a pretty simple and straightforward process. Hopefully you did find the information in this video useful. If you did, of course, a like and subscribe does help. And then also feel free to drop any comments that you might have about the channel, Maxi Doge, anything like that. Drop them in the comment section below. I'd be interested to hear your thoughts. So thank you everyone so much, and we'll see you in the next one.